24/7 Teachers Training, a lesson-by-lesson tutorial for homogeneous teaching. We are an EdTech textbook publisher.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear teacher. I welcome you on behalf of the Snowman publishers to an online tutorial on section 1 of the chapter 8 of Science Grade 4, which covers the topic weather and climate. The video will cover different weather conditions on Earth, indicators of weather, temperature, humidity, and precipitation. So let's get started with the teaching plan. Welcome your students in class and greet them cheerfully, saying Assalamu alaikum, and ask, how are you all? Write the word weather on the board and tell the students that they are going to learn about weather conditions. Students are familiar with the informal usage of the terms weather and mausim. Thus, remember to build on previous knowledge of the students. Ask them to take a look outside the window or the door. Then ask these questions. What kind of weather do you observe outside? What factors did you notice to tell how the weather is like? Can you say the weather will remain the same after 4 days? Encourage a healthy discussion in the class and tell the students that weather is the current condition of atmosphere. To facilitate their understanding in a fun way, tell them a story with the following plot. Two friends decide to go for camping. One of them insists on taking the umbrella along. The other makes fun of him and says, "It's bright sunlight outside and there's no way it is going to rain. Why would you take an umbrella?" To this, his friend replies that weather can change within a few hours. The forecast says it can rain. So, they take an umbrella and weather begins to change after 3 hours. Strong winds blow, which soon bring rain. The wise friend's understanding of the weather saved them from getting wet. As an activity, you may ask the students to perform a role play of the two friends using these dialogues. Ask the students what the story tells us about weather. For another activity, name a few activities that are done in specific weather conditions, such as flying a kite, sailing paper boats, using an umbrella, making snowman, taking a sun bath, and seeing a rainbow. Ask the students to say the weather name in which each activity is done. Help and correct them where needed. This activity will help the students to differentiate between different types of weather and learn their names. The concept and term of climate is relatively newer to the students. Introduce it by presenting a situation such as people go for vacation in mountains because they have a cold climate. Though hot climatic regions have winters too, but the average temperature is hotter than cold climatic areas. Regions have hot or cold climate depending on how much sunlight they receive from the sun. From the textbook, explain that climate is the long-term weather conditions of an area. Explain different climatic zones of the earth. Write the words weather and climate on either side of the board and draw a line in the middle. Ask the students to help you collect the points to complete the comparison chart. Refer to the weather assessment activity done at the beginning and use the points from that discussion to explain the indicators of the weather. Recall that when thinking of weather, we usually check how hot or cold it is outside, whether it's raining or not, whether a light, strong, or no wind is blowing. Explain that scientifically these are called temperature, precipitation, and humidity. Explain these further with the help of the textbook. For homework, you can ask the students to fill a table recording weather conditions of next 24 hours at specific time, that is 2 p.m. Tell them to use weather names given in the book and state the indicators. Thank you, honorable teacher, for your listening. Allah Hafiz.